Hello everyone. We are going to be playing some Sherlock Holmes today. I'm really excited for all of this. And let me just move so we get to the game. And we turn off Spotify because we don't need Spotify. The game has its own music. So yeah, hello everyone, how is everyone doing? I've had a calm day, mostly been busy studying. So there's been that. Hi V, I hope you are having a good day. Yeah, it's not really been the most entertaining day for me, but yeah. Let's just get into the game. Hi, Kaylee. Yes, I want to start a new game. Yes, I'm really doing good. I've just been studying, basically. The game does have all the classic characters. So if the game audio is too loud, please let me know. So the first case that we have is the fate of Black Peter. And it's definitely different. It's a tad loud. I'll just lower it a little bit. We'll see how it is when the game gets back up. I'm playing on my Xbox, so it's not the fastest. Sherlock?
Holmes, will you stop that?
Okay, why's the... Okay, I want the voice volume to go up a bit. Back. Hi Jade, how are you doing?
You are utterly mad.
I feel like his voice is still really quiet. Okay, voice is up all the way to the max. Perhaps turn up the master volume and perhaps lower the music a little bit. We'll see how that's doing. I'm doing really good. I'm really excited to be playing this game. I've played this game before.
Holmes.
Is that you, Watson?
Yes, of course it is. And you almost killed me.
Nonsense. I was aiming for the vases.
Blindfolded? You...
Watson, quiet please. I'm trying to concentrate.
This is yes, it's basically a Sherlock Holmes game, and you really have to deduct all the little pieces of evidence that you have to find.
Well, here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes. A gentleman by the name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, has been murdered.
A sailor, most probably.
What happened here?
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
It's
perfectly fine.
I've had all week.
We love our
our
lurkers here, and
I couldn't think of a better use.
I just really appreciate that you are here, that you're around.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good. Can I have a try?
Am I the only sane one here?
I suppose that Watson is right, Inspector. A little brain work would be preferable now. Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter Carey, born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. Retired in 1884 with a small fortune. He invested his money in a property called Woodman's Lee, near Forest Row in Sussex. It was where he lived for 6 years, and where he was found dead yesterday.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes and no. In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Take your time and join me there. I have to go through the yard first. The Merry Men struck again.
What have they done this time?
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
I should help Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must keep this afternoon.
I shall go alone then.
I do like the voice acting in this game. So this is basically the book that we have. So we have to investigate the case. We have to investigate the murder, inspect the crime scene. And we need to select a suit to wear. Woodman's Lee's over there. We're at Baker Street right now. We have the profile of the victim as our evidence. When we find documents, we can find those over here. All the dialogues we can find back. Souvenirs, echoes, and character portraits. Oh, of course my LB button is... My controller isn't the best anymore. This thing is a bit old, and... First of all, let's find a fitting suit. Because of course we're not going to be able to join in our morning robes. So we have the unbuttoned shirt, casual suit, a black suit, the brown one, a green one, a grey light. Apparently we have a bandit's outfit, we have a farmer's outfit. I think we just go for casual. The nice thing about this game is we really get to... Oh, I don't have anything unlocked so far. Sad. But yeah, you can really change this appearance. This suit should do, right? At least I hope so. Oh, this button is so annoying. This is why I should invest in a new Xbox controller. Perhaps I should put it on my throne. Okay. This is madness. I mean, I'm not doing that right now. I don't even have my throne open right now. Let me just throne. Oh, throne. see. If I can find one quickly, I will put it on there. But other than that, right now it's a no for putting a new Xbox controller on there. Also, hi Lily. How are you doing?
Mr. Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
Yes, Lestrade. So basically you can inspect these kind of things.
These footprints appear to be quite large.
And so you find evidence.
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
And eventually you're able to actually deduct how the case has been, how the murder has taken place. Basically, it's a really, I find it a really fun game. It's been a while since I played it.
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
My condolences, Mrs. Carey.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
How are you doing, Lily? I hope you're having a good day. So basically what we can do is inspect people as well. To find out more about people. So, gardening gloves. A crested thingy. And basically so you can get a character portrait as well. And of course you can
you tell me
you
if
just
you
have
saw
to
or
question
heard
people
anything
about
unusual upon the night of
the
murder?
case.
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. But I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
Can you please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
Do you remember at what time you found your husband's body?
In the morning, at around 7 o'clock, I noticed the cabin door was open, but I didn't go in to take a look, for I knew my husband would not have liked it. At around 10 o'clock, I dared to glance in through the door and... oh dear.
Did he have visitors?
Was your husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
Oh no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. He lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
Is there a
The
gardener?
garden is very large and well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes, life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh my goodness, but how do you know about that?
I would say pilgrimage. Okay, let me browse evidence. Undertook a pilgrimage when she was young. The garden is well kept. Perhaps I could find a pair of boots. The boots are not something I can ask her about because like those wouldn't be hers. Plus I don't have the boots just yet, so I can't ask her about that. I could ask her about the garden because she has the garden gloves. At least she was unhappy with her marriage. Let's see. So Judith is from the country somewhere near the ancient pine woods of Inverness, where the crested bird can be found. She's religious and undertook a St. James Way pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when she was a young woman. So, come on. Oh, come on. Okay. Give me a moment. Okay. Yes, there we go. It's moving a bit better. Okay, so that's what we know. Profile of the victim. Okay, Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, born in Scandinavia, retired, safe, eventually moved. I mean, there is nothing really in there. Oh, it would either be the Well-Kept Garden or the pilgrimage. I'm going to... Oh, that was not it. Select the correct answer.
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes. Life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh my goodness, but how do you know about that?
Okay, so it's not the Well-Kept Garden, so we're going to ask about the pilgrim. Yeah, it's going to be the pilgrimage.
You undertook a pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when you were young. That much is evident from the rosary in your hand. The shortest route for the pilgrim from England to Spain is from Plymouth. I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor there, and you married him soon afterwards.
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How extraordinary.
Thank you, madam.
Okay, so that's what we know for now. We can't seem to go in there. Let's just see what Lestrade has to say. Okay.
Peter Carey's body is inside the cabin. We took care not to touch anything.
Alright, thank you.
The door is locked.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open it. I locked it yesterday to ensure that no one should enter the cabin and tamper with the
Let me
evidence.
see.
Good thinking.
Hello.
What is it, Lestrade?
It seems to me that someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
Let me see.
Interesting. Door's been forced. Examine. Door. Scratches.
These scratches are fresh. You're right. Someone tried to force open the door.
I swear these scratches were not here yesterday.
Now, a mysterious visitor came here last night.
Well, he's not the man for the job. This lock is not a difficult one.
Perhaps he did not have the right tool.
Perhaps not, no. Let's just see if there's something around this cabin. If we can find something. Nothing interesting, it seems. policeman.
Mr. Holmes?
Okay, we're going in. I do have to say, this game tends to get a bit gruesome.
What a terrible way to die.
Oh, okay. Let's just see what can we find in here.
Old navigation instruments,
Yes.
nothing interesting.
Oh, there's
Peter
some
carries boots.
boots.
They look to be a size 8.
We might be able to use those boots later. To see if
Someone drank from this glass recently.
just to see if the boots match up with the footprints we found. So,
The initials PC have been crudely burned.
so it's
sailor's
definitely
work.
Peter's. Let's see if we open it.
This aroma is familiar, but to recognize it, I must construct my associations in one picture.
So basically, that's this is what I really enjoy about this game. You really have to put things together in a budget. If you want to, you are able to skip it. Okay. Oh, it seems to be fitting. Ish. Oh, I didn't know I can move pieces like that. So I can move that one to fit over there. Or is it this way around anyways? Okay, so I can move the smoking pipe and the leaf. But the question is, how is it all going to fit? I mean, it has to fit some way or form. This one I can only move left and right. I'm so bad at puzzle games. I really am. I'm just not seeing how all the other pieces fit, you know? Like this one. This one seems to be fitting in that way. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Like now this one seems to fit in some sort of way like this. But this doesn't make any sense to me. Also, I am a very simple person. If I'm just not able to solve it, I am going to skip it. I don't know how to make this fit. Like the pipe, I can only move up and down. Oh, I'm going to skip this.
Yes. This is a coarse tobacco. Quite
Interesting.
strong and very popular among sailors.
Anyway, we're moving on from that.
Rum. A sailor's drink.
So,
It seems that Captain Carey was enjoying a drink before he met his death. The weapon fully penetrated the body. The force of the blow was immense. This man is in his 50s, yet he still looks quite strong.
yeah, there we go. What are the things in your
The
notebook?
pattern of the blood stain indicates that the notebook was not lying on the floor prior to the crime, but it was dropped into the pool of blood after the death of Peter Carey.
Interesting.
JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this notebook.
What can we find if we open the notebook?
These abbreviations mean something, but what?
Interesting. Now we have at least a clue. We found this
This
sea
wooden
knife.
handle is plain and solid. This blood is from the pool underneath the dead body. Peter Carey tried to defend himself with this knife, but he did not succeed.
Quite unfortunate.
Peter Carey was fully dressed. He was not caught by surprise. It is possible that he knew his murderer.
So the man knew his murderer. I don't think I can find any more evidence from here. I think.
The Sea Unicorn. She was the ship that Peter Carey commanded.
Although it seems to be that there is more to find. Oh yeah,
Peter
perhaps the
Carey was
harpoon.
impaled to the wall by a whaling harpoon.
Well, we are now able to make a deduction. Also, I have to remember that Y and that the buttons are different than from Okay, so we have our first piece of
Someone was here yesterday. They attempted to force the door to gain entry.
Okay, so that's the what I think is the most fun part about this game is you get clues and you have to put them all together to find more evidence, and with these you can eventually find out like who's the murderer. Okay, so we have to make an ambush. Let's have a chat with Lestrade.
Well, Mr. Holmes, what do you think?
I think that we are lucky
And why is that?
because of last night's attempted break-in.
Oof, you've lost me.
It is very probable that whoever came here hoped to find the door open. They tried to force it with a knife blade, but they failed. What will they do? Why, return tonight, when they will be better prepared.
Aha! So what do you propose?
We shall remain on the outside, near the window, where we stand the best chance of catching sight of our visitor. Well, gentlemen, ready your pistols. We have a long night ahead of us.
So I want to try not to talk too much during like the voiceovers stuff, because like the voice acting is really good in this game, I think. we have these footprints.
These boots don't match the
Okay,
footprints.
so we know these footprints are not by Peter. And I just want to look around a bit. Perhaps there are some other things that we can find.
Mr. Holmes?
Yes, Mr. Policeman. Has Mr. Scary something to say? No, Pete was.
Is this your husband's tobacco pouch?
I'm not sure. It might be, but he hadn't smoked in a very long time.
Thank you, madam.
Also, I do really like that this game gives you the opportunity to walk around and like explore some things for yourself. So perhaps find some evidence of your own. But there is not much to find over here right now, so
We need to find a good place for an ambush. Perhaps behind Carey's cabin, near the window.
window.
This window is locked from the inside. I do not see any attempt at a break-in.
Let's see, where can we find?
This looks like the perfect hiding place.
Hi, Christian. That's unfortunate that you have a headache. I had one earlier today as well. For me, I just took some ibuprofen and hope for the best. And drink enough water. Drinking enough water really helped for me. Yes, I hope you feel better soon.
Shh. Did you hear that? There's someone there. I'm gonna collar him.
I'll be right behind you.
Yes, really make sure to drink plenty. Enough water definitely helps with a headache.
All right, my fine fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Innocent? And what are you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell you? You came to retrieve what you had lost after killing Peter Carey, but we were here waiting for you.
What is your name?
John Hopley Nelligan, but I didn't...
Do you deny that you came here yesterday?
No, but yes, it's just that I couldn't...
I'm tired of this. Off we go to the yard. Tomorrow, I'll see that you're put in front of the judge.
What? But you can't. I'm not... It's a terrible mistake.
Enough. You can explain all of that to the judge. You're coming with me to the yard.
But...
In light of recent events, it seems evident that your coming here was unnecessary. All the same, I'm very grateful to you, Mr. Holmes.
You are welcome, Inspector, but please don't be too hard on our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
Well, it seems that, like we have someone to question. So, let's see. Yeah, that is leading to nothing. I always try to do this. Okay, so there's nothing to find with the clues that we have right now. So we can continue. So the staff room.
Locked.
The Strat. This is the morgue. I don't think I have to be there. There's the guy. Let's see what he has to say. No, what here we can find about him. So it's close up patched, but expensive fabric. Elaborate buttons. Calluses and scars. We've definitely missed some things about him. A thin neck, so he isn't probably fed too well. Short sleeves, so it seems like this thing is a bit the jacket is a bit older, perhaps from when he was younger.
Does this notebook belong to you?
Yes. But where did you find it? I did not know. I thought I'd lost it at the hotel.
What do these abbreviations mean?
Oh no, I beg you, I can't. If I told you, it would only make things worse.
But I will find out eventually, Mr. Nelligan. The sea knife was found near Carey's body. Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, did Mr. Carey try to defend himself or to attack you with it?
I don't know. I didn't kill anyone.
Well, I will see you soon, young man.
Please.
Well, we have to find his belongings. I just don't know where to keep it. Oh, evidence room. We perhaps have to go here.
These are
Yes.
the suspect's belongings. A handkerchief with the initials JHN.
So
A pocket knife. It was used to force the door of Peter Carey's cabin.
and
The notebook that we found on Peter Carey's cabin floor.
Been to the wall. What if we go find here? So, yeah, we need to find out if someone can use a harpoon that way.
I need to stage a reconstruction. I'm sure that Watson would be happy to oblige.
Yes, let's bring Watson into the mix.
These are the suspect's belongings.
Yes, I didn't look at the ring. Okay.
And partner, 1883. To my friend, from R. Dawson. Dawson. I've seen this name before. Perhaps my archive holds the answer.
So that's the night. this is something that's really interesting about the game. So we have to search the archives, Sherlock's archives, for. But perhaps we can find some evidence from the guy. Let's see. What do you still have to tell? The gold ring.
The police seized this valuable ring from you. Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
The engraving.
The ring's date of engraving is many years ago. You would have been a child then, hardly in any position to receive such an item from a partner. So, Mr. Nelligan, who is the true owner of the ring?
The ring is mine.
Oh, perhaps Father's jacket.
No, Mr. Nelligan. I believe that the ring had belonged to your father.
Oh, but how do you know?
The jacket you are wearing is made of an expensive fabric that only a man of exceptional wealth could afford. You do not seem to me to be a rich man, Mr. Nelligan. Furthermore, the garment is ill-fitting. It is quite clear that it belonged to someone else, most probably your father. With your father gone and taking with him the family's wealth, as a little boy you had to find yourself a manual job, and it was most probably cleaning fish. You cut your hands often while working. I can tell from the scars.
I'm speechless, Mr. Holmes. It all happened exactly as you say.
Well, that's why it's
Well,
Holmes.
I will see you soon, young man.
Well, first things first, we are going back to Baker Street and go through the archives. And see if we can find something about this Dawson person. Okay, Nelligan's notebook. Working attempts that fits together. Okay, are there anything? Are there other clues? No, these are still the same. Okay, so this is all we know so far. Hopefully we can find out something more. I honestly have no clue if anything is going on with Discord. Okay, encyclopedias. We're looking for a Dawson. No. Medicine, botany. I don't think we need to be in the encyclopedias. Gosh darn it. Newspapers. 1933. Dawson and Nelligan are bankrupts. Dawson and Nelligan Investment Fund bankrupt. Nelligan missing. The Dawson and Nelligan Investment Fund, a regional banking institution based in Cornwall, has declared bankruptcy as a result of heavy losses in its loan portfolio. And has accordingly been signed for liquidation. It was the 23rd largest bank in Britain, and its bankruptcy was the second largest in record. The liquidation of company is a pure catastrophe for many Cornwall families. Joshua Nelligan, one of the bankers, has since mysteriously disappeared. He was last seen aboard his yacht preparing for departure to Norway. Nelligan is wanted both by the police and his creditors. Well, that's
Here it is.
why we know Dawson and
Now I
Nelligan.
begin to understand that young man's story, but I am still unclear as to what connects him with the murder. It is time to ask him.
Okay, so we know a little bit more. then it might be on your side and not Discord. Okay, so you know a bit more about the boy. I think we may have to talk a bit more to him. So let's go to Scotland Yard. Xbox One controller. Not doing this. I just have to check because, like, I need a new Xbox controller, but I have to make sure it's one for the Xbox One. I don't know if those from the Series X work on the Xbox One. That's the main issue. Okay, so this one should be able to work for the Xbox One. So I am going to be putting this one on my throne for you guys. My wish list. Add a gift. Here we go. I don't have an iPhone. I have Androids. I've always had Androids. Yes, there we go. Xbox wireless controller. And let me do this. And add to wishlist. There you go. If you guys want to help with that, feel free to do so. Also, yes, this controller is drifting a lot. I've had this controller like since I got this Xbox, so it's a good like 5 years old or so. V, please.
I have heard the story of Dawson and Nelligan, the West Country bankers.
Yes, Joshua Nelligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half the families of Cornwall, whereupon Joshua Nelligan disappeared.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time. It was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family.
Thank you so
My father was
much.
convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditors gave him time.
Did your finger
He set sail
slip?
for Hammerfest in Norway in his small yacht, just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He left my mother a list of the securities he was taking.
Thank you
no
so
word
much.
was ever heard from him again. We believe that his vessel went down,
Was just
taking with
a
it
finger
everyone
slip.
and everything
Just
on
a
board.
finger slip. I get it.
Thank you for the story, Mr. Nelligan. At last, we are making some progress. Interesting. Joshua Nelligan and Peter Carey were both at sea in Norway. There is definitely some connection between Peter
Yeah,
Carey
of course.
and
Blame.
Joshua
Always
Nelligan's
blame it on your boss.
disappearance.
It's just like that. Okay. What do I have to do? What is it making me do? The ship logs. I am. Okay, so I have to talk to Watson for the harpoon throwing experiment. And we have to find the ship logs for that year. So let's just get back to Baker Street. Because that's where we have to be right now. if we can. Are there some more deductions we can do? Nope. Alright. Okay, so we need.
My archive. I can always
I don't
consult
need
with
anything
it if
from
needed.
the archive. Watson, my friend.
A spot of whaling, Watson? Would you care to take part?
Are you serious?
No, but we do need to clarify what happened on the night of Black Peter's murder.
A reenactment, then? Is something bothering you?
The sailor's knife, Watson. Why was it on the floor?
Peter Carey attempted to defend himself?
It is possible. But if that is the case, then it alters many things.
I don't quite follow you.
Tell me, my friend, what is the animal closest to man, morphologically, I mean?
Ah, I see what you're getting at, Holmes. You asked me that once before. On the Ripper case, I believe. Do you want to slit some more pigs' throats?
No.
Thank goodness for that.
I wish to impale one with a harpoon.
Wonderful.
Oh,
Watson,
there we go.
let us pay a visit to our butcher friend in Whitechapel. We require the carcass of a well-fed pig.
And the harpoon?
One of the harpoons on the wall of Black Peter's cabin should do quite nicely.
Well, we still have plenty to do. Let's just first go to Whitman's Lee and get the harpoon that we need. Honestly, I hope we can do perhaps 2 cases in this stream. We don't know. Or perhaps we just do this one. And, well, we can do another case on another stream. Okay, we are back. Also, I keep forgetting I can run. Let's take
should
our
do it.
harpoon.
Now I am ready.
Also, yes, ship locks.
1883. That's the one I need.
What can we
This
find
is the
over
crew
here?
list of the Sea Unicorn. Log notes for June. Nothing unusual. Log notes for July. Nothing
unusual.
special. Log notes for August. These pages have been torn away. Canadian Pacific Railway, CPR. A torn piece from a bond certificate. I have seen this abbreviation somewhere very recently. There are 3 ways of discovering what happened in August of 1883 aboard the Sea Unicorn. The first 2 of these will require speaking with a dead man. The last would be to locate vital witnesses, the sailors involved in this whale hunt campaign.
Interesting. We're finding some outline in the dust.
This place is not covered with dust, like the rest of the shelf. An object was taken from here. It was larger than a book. A box or a small chest, perhaps.
Well, now we at least know there is something that went missing. So we've now fully inspected Woodlands, Woodman's Lee. And let's go to Whitechapel. Anything more that we can... Nope, nothing. Nothing just yet. Perhaps with this experiment we can find out something more? Okay, Watson.
Well, here we are in the preparation room. I can't say that I like the smell of it much. What do you intend to do?
To indulge myself in a little experiment. The challenge of lancing a pig's carcass with a heavy harpoon.
A little experiment?
Stand aside, Watson. This might be dangerous. I am not well practiced in this exercise.
Yeah.
Yet.
Holmes, you should aim for the mark in order to perform the most reliable test.
Yes.
The harpoon has struck the body, but with insufficient strength to pierce it straight through.
Yes.
Holmes, you should try to...
Yes, yes, yes. There you go. So it is possible.
This is the best possible result that I could get. Do you see, Watson? Throwing a harpoon and pinning a man to a wall requires either exceptional strength and training or diabolical luck.
If it was luck, then it was a chance in 1,000 that night.
Well, yes. Let us leave now.
All right. But before we go, I suppose I'll have to pay for all these carcasses you've happily mangled.
Very well, but please hurry.
Of course.
I do like Sherlock. So strength and pinned against the wall. It would have been a feat of strength. Another case of luck. At least that's sort of what we're going for right now. Okay, so the outline. We have to task for Wiggins, find youths, and dialogue. So I guess I should talk to Mrs. Carey. Perhaps she knows more about the chest that was there. And continue. Okay, ma'am, you have to sell something. Do you know something, perhaps? Peter's private
Your husband's
papers.
private papers. Do you know where they are?
There was a small tin box, barely larger than a book. He kept his papers there. It should be somewhere in his cabin.
Thank you, madam.
Hello, let me do this. It's just this one button is just not like responding anymore very well. Okay. And like very now and then it does, but not often. It's just getting annoying at this point. Okay. Let's head to... I think I should go to Baker Street. That might be a good place to start. I don't know. And continue. Let me just say some things.
Something new, Watson. I have the list of sailors who were aboard the Sea Unicorn. We shall soon learn what happened to Nelligan's father. I have only to find them. Let us hope they are still working at the harbour.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard...
I doubt it, Watson. And really, I would prefer that all of this remains quiet for now. But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
And who might they be?
The secret police division of Baker Street.
Ah, you mean young Wiggins and his gang?
Yes. Believe me, you'll receive more useful assistance from these little urchins than from a dozen yard detectives. Those children are everywhere. They see and hear everything, and they are cunning. All they lack is organization. I'll summon them.
How will you do that?
There is always a watch beneath our window.
Alright, V.
I have only to call him.
Why Sherlock?
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, I need you to track down certain people for me. I'll give you a list. You can read, can't you?
Big Oliver from our gang. He can, because his father is the coachman of a famous lawyer.
Fascinating. Here is the list of sailors.
Sailors? Easy. Just got to look where the rum and the red lights are.
So at times the game
Sorry to trouble you, Mr. Holmes, but the inspector
makes you
asks
play
that you
it.
come to the station
Makes
as
you
soon as
have
possible.
Wiggins help you.
Thank you. I'll be there shortly.
Okay, find the crew. Okay, Lestrade, what do you want from me? Let's head over to Scotland Yard and see what he wants. So for now, there's not so much to it. Mr. Lestrade.
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to see you.
As always, what happened?
We have a new suspect, Liam Hurtley. I'm thinking that this case will be resolved very quickly now.
Interesting. Pray tell.
Well, the constable that I left at Woodman's Lee noticed a suspicious individual prowling around during the night.
Do you have him here?
Yes. He refuses to speak with us, but we'll make him talk.
Let us hope so.
Ah, yes, and one more thing. The constable told me that at the time of his arrest, the fellow was writing a letter.
Do you have it?
Of course. It's in the evidence room, at your disposal. Admit that for once, Mr. Holmes, Scotland Yard is a step ahead of you, eh?
Breathtaking.
He's not going to admit it. Sherlock will never admit that Scotland Yard is ahead of him. Let's see. Hurtley's belongings.
These are the suspect's belongings.
Okay, with some
Liam
boots.
Hurtley's old boots. They're a size 9.5. The
stained
stains
leather.
are fresh. They can be removed with the proper chemicals. A pen. Nothing unusual
unusual.
about it.
So we definitely have to check the boots. And see if they match the footprints.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
But first we're going to have a talk with him.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I would like to ask you a few questions.
I've already told the police that I've nothing to say. And you're not even part of the police.
Precisely. And considering your situation, it might be wise to speak with someone who is, shall we say, rather more neutral. You are a suspect in a murder case.
I know. Inspector Lestrade told me. It's ridiculous.
Could you at least tell me who you are, and exactly what happened that you should be brought here?
My name is Liam Hurtley. That I can tell you. But you're not getting any more than that.
Well, we shall see.
Yeah, perhaps we won't get more to know from you with your talking, but we are rather skilled. Let's see, is there anything in it? There is a old scar that we can find. Some handkerchief. Plant remains. In his hands. Gardener's hands.
That's all for now.
Okay. I think we know plenty from that. Okay, so let's get back to Woodman's Lee and see if these boots match up with the footprints that we found. Because if they do, it would make the case a bit more interesting. Here we go. We have footprints.
These boots match the footprints exactly.
Well, at least we know something more. The footprints and no gardener. I think we need to talk with Judith over there. Oh, it's Liam to you. Liam Hurtley.
Does the name Liam Hurtley mean anything to you?
No, I don't know anyone by that name.
Thank you, madam.
You sure about that? Well, I guess that's all we get to know for now. Well, we can go back to Baker Street. Can do this. Here we go. back at Baker Street because we can investigate this letter over here.
I need to prepare a chemical agent that is capable of removing fresh ink. For this purpose, the chemicals from the flasks should be combined in a certain order to perform a chain reaction. First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the 3rd one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
Okay.
First condition, all 7
Yes,
reagents
they all
should
need to be
used.
used.
Second condition, orange reagent should be the 3rd one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
So, from what we know, colorless will always come after orange. And if we were to start with blue, we have 2 that we don't know. And then we have an orange one, and a clear one should come after that. But those are only 5, so there are still... I mean, it could be that it is... If the 3rd one is blue, then there are 2 spaces, and then the next one should be orange. And then another clear one. And that means green would be the 2nd one. So the sequence would be a blue, green, blue, orange, clear, orange, clear. That seems like it's the solution to me. Yes, sir. So I'm going to blue, green. Blue. And then orange, clear. Orange, clear. And orange. And clear.
Done. Now I can proceed further.
Here we go.
Let us see if the content of this letter sheds a little light upon the mystery. I did as you asked and hid them well. Interesting. How would Hurtley react to this?
Interesting. We have some new evidence. Well, we definitely have to talk with Hurtley again. So let's just see what he has to say. And perhaps once we know some more, we can deduct some more things in order to solve this case. Liam, I'm here to talk with you. Hi.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
There we go. Woodman's Lee.
Tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what were you doing at Woodman's Lee?
Woodman's Lee? I've never been there.
Hurtley's boots match.
The second pair of boots that you had with you when you were arrested perfectly match the footprints found near the cabin where Peter Carey was murdered.
Footprints? That's your proof? How many men have boots like mine? That doesn't make me a murderer.
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
A gardener.
Because you are the gardener at Woodman's Lee.
I'm not. How did you...
I observed your hands. They told me that you work with the earth. Small fragments of plants snagged to your trousers indicate that you were mowing very recently. But the most obvious clue presented itself in the bird embroidered on your handkerchief. A crested tit, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, you got me. Yes, I am a gardener, and I went there to get my tools.
So tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what did you hide?
Hide? What are you talking about?
Well, this is the letter.
I did as you asked and hid them well. Should I continue?
My letter? But the ink? That's impossible.
A touch of chemistry, nothing special.
Well, you're a smart one. But it's nothing. If you want to know, I was referring to my tools. It was to do with my work, see?
I will check that, Mr. Hurtley. That's all for now. Hurtley's stories are false leads, but now I know one thing for certain. I must examine the site where the garden tools are kept at Woodman's Lee.
Oh, let's go back to Woodman's Lee, shall we? Woodman's Lee is over there. And I'm really curious to see what we can find. Anything else? Like a letter? Nope, nothing interesting with that. Hopefully we can find some interesting evidence at the residence. The gardener's tools are kept over in here, I would assume.
Locked.
Ma'am, can you help me?
Madam, we have information that the valuable stolen papers are hidden amongst the garden tools here at Woodman's Lee. We need to find them.
Oh my. Our tools are kept inside the shed that's right behind me. Here is the key to open it.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
At least you're being helpful.
Let's see what could be hidden here.
Is there anything? Ill-fitting plank. It seems something is hidden in here. A small wooden box. What could this be?
Let us see what is in this box.
This is fun. Oh. Okay, I have something in... hello, Sarah. Okay, so that one fits over there. No, we need to make this... There we go. We can open it. A bunch of letters. What's in them?
A bundle of letters in a woman's hand with the Carey family monogram. Hurtley and Mrs. Carey were in a relationship. That is interesting.
Oh. Leah, my dear, you've been so good to me. You've been so good to me all the time that I've known you. I cannot describe these feelings, but I suppose that they are sinful and no good can come from them. I fear what might happen. I fear against God. I thank you for your care, but I cannot leave the man with whom I've been bound by God. It is his divine will, and thus my husband is the cross that I must bear. He makes my life a living hell, but Bruce's fate, and you must not worry for me. Honestly, that's really sad. That is really sad. Like, she's just not happy. And, well, then there's the gardener who
Madam,
just does treat her
I am
well.
aware of your
And
affinity
is stand,
with Leo
and then there's
Hurtley.
her husband who...
What are you talking about?
I mean, we know about the correspondence.
Mrs. Carey, we found your letters.
My letters? I asked Liam to return them to me. I wanted to burn them.
Why did Mr. Hurtley put them inside the garden shed?
I don't know. I wanted them back, but I couldn't see him, not after what happened.
Well, here they are.
Oh, this is terrible. Terrible. Liam, how could he? After what he has done.
You believe that he killed your husband?
No, I do not know. I do not know. Leave me alone, please.
Damn.
Thank you, madam. I wonder if Wiggins has managed to find any sailors.
Okay, so... These two we can... Judas confession. Okay. It gives Hurtley a motive. Hurtley's letter. Okay, so this side, this is making the case interesting because, like, the case has two sides. For Hurtley, there are two sides right now. So it's either harmless flirting or there's desperate jealousy. Like, right now, I'm going to assume harmless flirting, but of course it could change. In this, it's either a motive or it can prove his innocence. And we cannot confirm anything right now, basically. So we definitely want to have another chat with Hurtley. Or no, we need to go back to Big Street and see if, and find Wiggins. Because we're in need of Wiggins' help right now. But yeah, this is just one of the cases. I believe there are 4 cases in this game. And then I also have Sherlock Holmes, The Devil's Daughter. And that one also has 4 cases. So we have plenty of cases to solve within these games. It's definitely interesting.
Mr. Holmes, we found the sailors from that list you gave us.
Well done, Wiggins. Let me see.
Here we go.
This man is a harpooner, and his initials are PC, the same initials that were found on the tobacco pouch.
There we go. We need to
Wiggins,
find this man.
could you gather some information on one of the sailors that you found? His name is Patrick Cairns.
We found Patrick Cairns.
Good job, Wiggins. Where is he?
He lives in a small furnished dump of a room, but he's always at the Sea Witch pub, where he does arm wrestles for money and drinks.
Excellent. Here is your reward. 2 guineas.
Thank you, sir.
Well, Peter Cairns, and Peter is an unspoken. So Patrick is someone we have
If I
to
wish to
investigate.
speak to Cairns without alarming him, I had better dress as a sailor.
Time for some dress up. Oh, not one of the suits. Oh, we are going with this outfit. Let's see, what do we have? I think we go with this one. I don't think we need any glasses. Oh, we're not going with just the... I think this is fitting.
Now I can approach Cairns and see if he recognizes the pouch.
And it's time to visit a pub.
Hello there. Are you Cairns?
What do you want?
We've heard all about the gambling and arm wrestling here. You seem like the likely sort, and I'm up for it.
I start at 10 shillings.
Suits me.
His stamina lowers so fast. I mean, you have to win it. And I'm not going to bother by doing that like for minutes and minutes on end.
I wasn't focused. Let's go again.
Let's first just examine this guy. A golden earring. Cheap clothes. Strong hands. Yellow nails. Anything interesting? Anti-sailor's tattoo. Well, let's continue.
I'm ready to try again.
Fine. If you want me to take all your money, no problem with that.
Well, here we go again. There we go.
Well, good for you, I reckon. You're stronger than you look. Here's your 10 shillings.
I'd like to buy you a drink.
Good winner as well. That's good. Let's have a drink. You're a good type. Seems you've managed to settle down in life. You've got money, eh?
Not all that much.
Oh, well. At least you're not as poor as me.
Well, you have
Why
no
do you say
job.
poor? You're not working?
I'm a harpooner. But you see, the whalers are rare. They don't pay much. So, as a result, find myself arm wrestling to pay for my drink.
A harpooner. Interesting. You've had a lot of adventures, I bet.
Of course. It's been a dozen years since I sailed. I've seen everything. Old Wallace, damn Black Peter, Great Roger. We sailed to the Cape of Good Hope.
Interesting.
Black Peter, you say? I've heard rumors about that one.
He was the worst of them all. He was a liar and violent too. Swinging those fists of his around. He was a tyrant. and not much of a captain. At least, not as good as Great Roger.
I see. Yes. I was told terrible tales about Black Peter.
But you ain't heard the worst.
Oh? Well, what is the worst, dear friend?
Tell me, and let's have another drink.
It was in 1883 that it happened. The August of that year. Peter Carey was captain of the Sea Unicorn, and I was a spare harpooner. We were coming out of the ice pack on our way home. One evening, we saw a little craft that had been blown north. There was only one man on her, and he wasn't a sailor. The crew must have thought that she had foundered, and they made for the Norwegian coast in the dinghy. I guess they all drowned. We took the man on board.
Oh, what's this man?
And who was he?
I dunno. During the crossing, he and the skipper enjoyed some long talks. His baggage was just a tin box.
That's strange enough.
Aye. Even stranger was that on the second night, he disappeared. Nobody knew what happened to him. And of course, nobody could ask Black Peter about it.
Welcome back, V, and enjoy your lurk.
You know what happened, don't you?
I do. I saw the skipper tie his heels and push him over the rail in the middle of my watch on that dark night. 2 days before we sighted the Shetland lights.
Black Peter's a murderer.
Aye. Those that know him wouldn't be surprised to hear it. But all this must stay between us. All right?
Of course. Back in a second. I'm off to the Kazi.
I'll be here with my drink.
Hi, Koi. And if you should be working, perhaps that's what you should be doing.
Here it is.
What do I need to do here? Am I done investigating here? Kind of seems like it. Or do I still have to talk with this guy?
Have you got any tobacco? I've run out of mine.
Nah, I lost my pouch. I don't know where. Wait a minute. What's this?
Oh, is this your tobacco pouch?
Well, oh, it is.
Well, interesting.
Well, I have to go now. I know a captain who's planning an expedition to Cape Cod. Captain Ahab's his name. He commanded the Pequod. He might need good harpooners. I'll tell him about you.
Maybe. If you like, aye.
I'm done here. It's time to leave.
Well, that's interesting. This, at least it was his pouch. Oh, this is definitely... Okay, so Karen's it doesn't prove guilt. It knows he That's the proof we have for that so far. So we still have some clues that we need to find. Not certain. Let's just get to Baker Street and see if we can find anything over here. Oh, let's see. So, controller, can you react? Okay, please do something. Thank you. So perhaps Jill Nelligan seems to know more. Canadian Pacific Railway. Perhaps in the archives I can find something for that. I honestly don't know if...
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. This is where I keep my post.
Okay. Watson.
You met Patrick Cairns, the harpooner. Do you believe he's the murderer?
Okay, so I don't know anything over here. So we can go to Scotland Yard. Perhaps we can talk to Nelligan. Because he seems to be the only one that has some sort of like thingy in the case. So John Nelligan seems not to be an unusual thief. What is his role in all of this? So perhaps I can talk to him again. I don't know. Door open. John Nelligan.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
I'm not saying another word.
Okay, so I can't talk to those again. That's good to know. Okay, so we're going to look at this. The thing is, we need to know more where that tin box went. So, Westminsterly it is. I don't know if we can find anything here. So... We are definitely missing information. That is clear. Yeah, there's harpoon. I have not checked out this map.
Dundee.
And the
Hammerfest. It's a whaling map.
So we have the shelf where the box is.
The tooth of a sperm whale, probably from one of Peter Carey's catches.
There's nothing more to find over here. Is there anything else in this shed to find? No. She probably doesn't want to
Leave me alone.
Yeah, she doesn't want to talk. I am missing something though. And I don't know what I'm missing in this case. Because like if I do this, Early seems to be, and if I do innocence, then I don't get anywhere with this. If I say Early's motive, but it does that doesn't match up. So I would say he is innocent. And I still have the break-in attempt. So we have the missing tin box. Let's see all the evidence we have. I need to know what's to do with this Canadian Pacific Railway thingy. I know there is a CPR. A CPR. What if I go back to... I think I have to go back to Scotland Yard because the notebook is over there. At least that CPR is in there. So perhaps we can find some evidence over here. Evidence room. Nellican's belongings.
These are the suspect's belongings.
Like,
I wonder if these are connected.
let's see. There is CPR.
Now we have the proof that Nelligan's papers were indeed here. It seems that they have vanished, however.
Okay. The missing papers and the missing tin box. That means that Nelligan has a motive. The missing papers and the break-in attempt. Okay, so I was looking for his father's papers, or it was for his notebook. So that would mean... Wait, no, why is it not? This would mean that Nelligan has a motive, but it doesn't match up with like the feat of strength. But if, or is it the lucky throw? Because like that means Nelligan would be guilty. We do seem... Okay, I want to talk with Nelligan first before I make any accusations.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
Because we don't want to falsely accuse someone for murder. So, the break-in.
Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, what exactly were you hoping to find inside Peter Carey's cabin?
I was trying to find some information about my father.
I assume you had another purpose, to retrieve the bond certificates. Am I correct?
Yes. I discovered some time ago that a few of the missing securities had reappeared on the London market. You can imagine my amazement. I spent months trying to find them, and at last I discovered that the original seller had been Captain Peter Carey. These papers, they belonged to my family, but I could not find them there.
That's all for now. Well, I will see you soon, young man.
Okay, so... I would say this... Because he was looking for the papers. So... But feat of strength... But that would mean if I say this, that like, Cairns is guilty, but can I already say that? That's the question. I can only go to Baker Street, Scotland Yard, and Wood Monthly. Okay, so like Hurtley doesn't seem connected. It was just harmless flirting between him and the wife, because the wife was faithful, in the entire God story, the Christianity thing. So, Liam Hurtley seems to be innocent. I would say, like, Nelligan, he was looking for his father's for the papers. But the papers were already stolen when Nelligan came there. So I would say Nelligan is innocent. We have proven that it's either a very lucky throw or it needs to be someone who's skilled enough to do this. And because the pouch was there, that would mean that Cairns is guilty. We have all the deductions. So the thing is, so Patrick Cairns is either a cold-blooded murderer or it was not premeditated. The thing is, are we going to say, is he guilty and needs to be punished? Or was it self-defense against an armed and irrational drunken sailor? Because we have found all the clues, and this is what... is there still anyone I can talk to? It's Lestrade here. Okay, Lestrade. Okay, do you still have something to say?
How is the investigation going, Mr. Holmes? Do you have any idea who the murderer is yet?
I'm not saying another...
What am I doing here? I've done...
Yeah, I do think it's that we have the evidence. But yeah, I think we should condemn him. Yeah, I think we should condemn him. I don't know, how do you guys feel about it? Was it just cold-blooded murder or was it self-defense? I mean, he did harpoon a guy to the wall. We did prove that it takes a lot of strength or a lot of luck. Okay, so because we have the story of how Peter Carey has thrown a man overboard. Yeah, it's a bit over the top. So Peter Carey was trying to conceal the murder of Nelligan's father. Caitlin Carter. So the tobacco pouch from Patrick Cairns was found there. Also, the sharp knife was there, but there's no sign of use. So that would make self-defense a bit interesting. So because like we know Peter Carey's boots didn't match up. We noticed this thing, the box was removed. Hurtley was just like Hurtley's boots match, but basically he was just trying to hide the romantic correspondence. So we know Patrick Cairns is a smoker, and well, it's all this all. Number of bones certificates when Nelligan's father disappeared. It's not like Nelligan just doesn't fit the murder profile. At least not to me. And also Nelligan told us that let's see which pub. Let's talk with Hurtley. But yeah, that's what we know so far. Is that Nelligan remains physically weak, so he just doesn't fit the description. This guy is unemployed, lives in poverty, heavy smoker, a very strong man. So I would say we are going to condemn him. I think that's the most fitting for this case. Because we are doing this. We will get to see if we made the right decision. Yeah, it definitely seems to be the right choice.
If you wouldn't mind, Mr. Holmes, could you explain it to me?
As I informed you on our way here, Patrick Cairns is the murderer of Black Peter.
Why bring me here? Wouldn't it be better if we were out looking for him?
That would be futile, as he will be with us in approximately 12 seconds.
Oh, well, if this is your idea of humour...
No, I just heard the front door. Prepare yourself.
Good day, gentlemen. A young lad gave me a note from Captain Ahab. Am I at the right address? Is he here?
Indeed, it is the correct address. But in place of your captain, may I present to you Inspector Lestrade of Scotland Yard?
That means...
It means, my friend, that you are arrested for the murder of Black Peter.
What? What? A trap? You think you can take me?
Here now. We'll have none of that.
And I say that we will.
Oops. There we go. Definitely a violent man.
Lestrade, are you all right? Are you able to stand?
Oh, my jaw. Gore. He took me by surprise, Mr. Holmes. Otherwise, he would have seen what I'm capable of. Oh.
Sure, Lestrade.
Yes, he was lucky.
But you got him.
It was remarkably easy. He lost his balance after he struck you.
And you practice boxing, I know. You must have hit him hard. Our fellow is knocked out.
We should call for a police cab and then take you to the hospital.
Yes, well, no need for a hospital. I would prefer to keep this between us. You know.
Of course, Inspector. The case is closed.
This yes, see, we found all the clues and our conclusion is correct. And, well, we got made the moral choice to condemn him. Yes, I am... Personality ranking Justice Seeker. And that was the fate of Black Peter. We are not going to do riddles on the rails. I'm not really feeling doing another case. Let me just see if anyone is live. There is Swords who's live. I think we can share the love with a sword. We can do that. Let me get the link. Let me mute that. Copy. And there we go. Hello. Sword is currently designing a custom design for hard mode. So let's hit Sword with a oak rate, and then I am going to end it here. I had a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. So for now, it's going to be a goodbye.